guys, it's Allie. In today's video I have my April month in review. If you're new with me, every month at the end of every month I record a video basically reviewing the month. It might be anything from the candles that I burned, to the perfume that I like, to the hair product that I like, my manicures, the books that I read that month, might be favorite scriptures. It can be anything that brought me, anything that I used a lot during the month, and anything that brought me joy during the month. So April and the end of March was a really difficult month for me. I'm going to chat about that after I go through my products. All I'm going to be talking about in the video today is going to be my manicures, because I really enjoyed my manicures. They were kind of the only thing that was stable for me throughout, like, since my birthday, which was March 21st. Like, since then everything's kind of been just crazy, and my manis have been the one thing that's been constant for me. So I'm going to be sharing 7 of my manis with you today, and then for those of you who aren't interested in the chit chat, that will be the video for you. And for those who want to spend a little bit of time with me, you know, as I kind of talk through what happened this month, we'll talk about that at the end. So without further ado, let's jump into the manis that I wore and enjoyed this month. So I have 7 manicures that I really loved this month. The first one that I have is what I wore. Had to bear with me because I need to look on Instagram to see when I wore it. This is what I wore, oh, I should have known, April 4th. This is Petites Baby Blue. Oh, I love this polish so much. This is the polish. If you are a Carolina Tar Heel fan, it is the Carolina Blue. I purchased this years and years ago, like probably 2010, 11-ish. I do have a backup of this because I have not seen Petites anywhere since I purchased these. I think I have like 4 Petites altogether. So if you have seen Baby Blue, please let me know where. I totally want another one because the bottles are super small. They're only 0.25 fluid ounces, so about half what a normal nail polish gives you. But I love this polish. It is the perfect Carolina Blue, and I wore this in honor of my Tar Heels winning the men's basketball national championship this year. I'm still so pumped about it, and yes, I will be talking about it for a year. That's the kind of rabid fan I am. So that was my first and favorite manicure of the month. And next up we have Zoya's Bevin. I have talked about this on my channel multiple times, I believe. I think I've worn it in video. I mentioned it in my Zoya, you know, the blues and greens. I love this polish. It's a muted sage green. It's absolutely gorgeous. It glides on the nails. The formula is flawless, and it's 1 to 2 coats for opacity. The longer that you have Zoya creams, the more toward 1 coat they get, which is really nice. So yes, I did like this one a whole lot. I wore this one April 5th. So if you're not following me on Instagram, head over there, follow me over there, and you can see my daily manicures. I always post what I'm wearing. Wore this one on April 5th, and I can't get enough of this polish. I love it so much. On April 14th, I wore Color Club's Date with Destiny. This is just a pale lavender linear holographic. It's a pretty strong holographic, as you can see from the picture. It also has this really pronounced, like, purple flash in there as well, so I like it for multiple reasons, obviously. This one was my pre-Easter manicure. I wore Miss Bliss for Easter. I do like Date with Destiny just maybe a little tiny bit more, just because I like purple more than pink. But they're both beautiful polishes. And I wore this one again on April 14th. My next favorite I do not have anymore. I gifted it to my friend Shannon, and that is ILNP's Aria. I wore this one on April 18th. That polish is to die for. 1 coat magic. Just glides on the nails like butter. The holographic is so incredibly strong. I really love that polish, and there's a slight chance maybe a year or 2 from now, if it's still on the site, that I might buy it again. But for now, I'm happy giving it to another home. I hope that she really likes it, and it is like such a beautiful formula. Aria. Alright, next up on April 20th, I wore Fearlessly Alice. You guys have seen this all throughout my Zoya videos, and what else did I do? Oh, my nail mail. I think I had this on in my nail mail video. One of my favorite OPIs. It's just a brilliant, bright blue. It jumps off of warm toned skin. So if you have warm toned skin, yes, this will look fabulous on you. As I have warm toned skin, it just jumps right off of the nails and into your face. Love it. Beautiful formula. I wore this one on April 20th. And again, that's Fearlessly Alice by OPI. So on April 25th, which was this past Tuesday, I wore Sinful Colors Chick Chick. This one is just a beautiful, almost sunflower yellow. It is so gorgeous. I am going to read what I put on my Instagram post because this is going to tie us into the second part of the video a little bit. I put, when I see yellow, I think of joy. So as I usually do when I need therapy or distraction, I decided to paint my nails. I wore this to remind my friend that in this dark moment of pain and heartache, you can still find joy in the moments you spent with your beautiful daughter. You can still find joy in knowing she touched so many lives in her short time on this earth. And most of all, you can find joy in knowing that she is with our Lord forever and ever. I love you, and I do love you, Crystal, if you're watching. Beautiful polish, beautiful formula. This, to me, it was a blessing that I went through my collection looking for the perfect yellow, because this brought so much happiness to me. When I saw it, I was like, yes, that is the picture of joy. It's a beautiful formula, 2 coats for opacity, gorgeous color, another one for warm. I can only speak to warm tones, I'm sorry, but for warm-toned skinned ladies, this one is also going to jump off of your nails quite a bit. It is just a beautiful golden yellow, and it just reminds me, when I see this, I think of joy, I think of happiness. And yes, again, that's Sinful Colors Chick Chick. And then on the 25th, I wore Color Club's Jackie O. This, it's not really showing up in the camera like I want it to, but this is just a hot neon pink. It is blindingly neon. I love this polish. I've loved it for a long time. I've had it for about a year now, and I've not stopped wearing it. I think I've worn it like 4 or 5 times, which for regular, you guys know, for regular people, 4 or 5 times is like nothing. Oh, I wore a polish 4 or 5 times. 4 or 5 times for us, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot. In 1 year, that's a lot. For me, that's a lot. There's no polish that I wear that many times a year. Like, I don't think that there's any one other. Maybe this and Alli. But I love this one so much. It's a beautiful formula. It is a little bit on the sheer side, as most of these neon pinks tend to be. But once it gets on the nails, guys, it just glows off of your skin. It just, it's like a sunset. Like, beautiful, glowy polish. I absolutely love this one. It was in my Life in Color video last summer sometime, last July I think, and I really have loved this one since. This one and Zoya's Alli are probably 2 of my favorite neon pinks, and those are the Manicures. So if you are still interested in kind of hanging on and hearing about my month, then let's get into that. So basically, you guys, I've pretty much kept you aware that since the end of last year, my sister and I have been on this move, do we move, are we gonna move, when are we gonna move kind of thing. And the basic background of all of that was that we live in this beautiful neighborhood. We chose it deliberately, and it is so nice, but guys, it is so expensive. And not only is it expensive, because that's not, we can afford it. We wouldn't have bought something we couldn't afford, but our particular section of the neighborhood has a very high HOA, and the neighborhood at one point had kind of gone down in terms of there were a lot of renters out here and they weren't keeping up with the property. We had people yelling in the streets, like fighting at midnight. Our neighbors told us that we had some drug dealers and there were some drug arrests. And so we then became interested pretty quickly in getting out. And I would say in the past month or so, maybe 2 months, I've noticed the neighborhood not as bad as it was a few months ago. So we've made the decision to stay put. I think it's the wise decision because we moved in here about a year and a half ago. And, it's a house. My sister bought this house, and she should build equity in it and not be run off from it. It's a beautiful home. It's spacious for us. We have enough space. We have a 2-car garage. I mean, those are little things that you don't think about, but they're blessings. It's convenience. 2-car garage. There are 2 of us. We have a 3-bedroom home, and I mean, it's a beautiful home. Beautiful home, brand new. Beautiful neighborhood, great accessibility to food, shopping. So, I mean, all in all, like, we have a really good situation here, and so we've decided to stay put. But in the process of, you know, moving, we actually went to homes to look at, to rent. We've went house hunting, we've looked for houses to buy. I've considered buying, you know, she wanted to buy as well, so, you know, I was like, oh, well, you can buy again, and, you know, we went and looked at houses. We packed up a lot of our stuff. I didn't get to my nail polish, thankfully. But, you know, our kitchen is still packed. There's a lot of stuff that we've done in preparation of moving. And so the past 2 months, I would say, have been really topsy-turvy because, you know, we set a date that we wanted to be out of this house that we wanted to put this house up on the market March 31st. And I got sick a couple of times at the end of March. My sister had some stuff going on with work, and she ran a race at the end of March, beginning of April. So it was just really hectic. And then we set a move-in date of April 14th to move out of here and into somewhere else. And then it was shortly before April 14th that I did my sister's taxes and everything, and she found the benefit of owning versus renting. For those of you who aren't aware, there is a great benefit to owning a home. It's one of the few advantages that the tax code provides to anyone, really, but specifically people who are single and own a home, because you don't get a lot of tax breaks as a single person. So if you own a home as a single person, the mortgage really is a huge asset on your taxes. So after doing that, you know, she saw the benefit of owning versus renting and decided to stay put, which is great. I like it. I think that it's a wise decision. The neighborhood has started to kind of turn up again, so that's nice. But with all of that being said, it's just been a very topsy-turvy, emotionally up and down 2 months, because we were kind of in this, you know, moving, not moving kind of phase. And then, on top of that, recently, in the past week, well, the past 2 months really, one of my friends at work, her daughter has had a heart condition since birth, and she recently got really sick where she was turning blue, and they took her to the hospital, and the hospital basically said she needs a heart transplant and she's not leaving until she has it. So for the past almost 2 months, my friend has been living out of the hospital with her daughter, and last Saturday she got great news that a heart transplant was available, or a heart was available for the transplant. And unfortunately, you know, you're happy to hear that, but when you have a 6-year-old daughter who needs a heart transplant, it takes a child to die for you to get it. And at least that's to the best of my knowledge. And so it's a happy time, but it's also a sad time because someone else lost their child in order for your child to have life. So 14-hour surgery. The surgery was successful in that nothing, you know, she didn't pass on the table or anything. But 2 days later, her daughter passed. It was heart-wrenching, it was disturbing, it was frustrating and emotionally draining, and it's just been a really difficult week because of that. And then we also have another coworker who was hit by a drunk driver. She was crossing the street in an area called South End in our city, and a guy hit her and just kept going, and she had been in a coma for about a month and a half, and the doctors told her family that she was basically in a vegetative state. And on Monday, same day that my friend her daughter passed on Monday, the family decided to move our other coworker into hospice, and I believe they're taking her off life support. So it's been, the office has been like teary-eyed and not a happy place to be. I mean, it's on one side, not to sound morbid or anything, on one side it's beautiful to see that so many people, I didn't know the girl downstairs that well. I knew her face, but I didn't know her that well. Now this other girl, Crystal, she is my friend, and she would always show me their selfies. They would take selfies, like her and her daughter would take selfies every morning on the way to school. I mean, they were, you know, road dogs. They were best friends, and so it was hard to see that, but it's been a beautiful experience in that people who don't even know these people at work who've passed are reaching out and doing what they can to help, donating money and whatever they can do to help. And it's been a beautiful experience in that respect, but it's been also just incredibly emotionally draining to know that there are so many people in one space who are mourning, who are grieving. It's just been very, very sad. It's been a very sad week, and really sad 2 months, because, you know, even just knowing that your friend is going through this, or that one of your coworkers was hit by a drunk driver and is in a coma, is still emotionally draining, you know. So it's been a rough 2 months. That's why you don't see any other products in here. I really don't know what I've used. I don't remember. Every day has been, all of that is on top of having some work difficulties of my own and just frustrations that I've had on my own. So every day has basically been almost zombie-like. Just get from point A to point B, and I don't know what I've used. I don't know what products I enjoyed. I don't think I took the time to enjoy any products. It's just been an incredibly draining month. So I didn't finish Hidden Figures. I have not read like anything else, obviously. I don't have any favorites. I haven't really been watching TV much. I haven't been doing much, guys. So I'm hoping that I can like look back or think back on the things I did in April, and maybe do an April and May month in review where I can kind of remember what I used. But I honestly don't even remember, other than my manicures, and I wouldn't remember those if it wasn't for Instagram. So other than my manicure, like I don't know. So that's what's been going on. It's been draining, but I am on the other side of it. I'm filming this on Sunday, April 30th, so May 1st is starting tomorrow, God willing, and I am setting the goal that for the things that are within my control, which is my attitude and the way that I choose to approach situations, I'm going to be positive. I'm going to make these things happen that I want to happen. I'm going to get back to eating better and exercising, because I was doing really well with that until my birthday, and then after that, you know, the decline just came, and I haven't really been doing that. I'm back on my budget, and I've actually reworked it so that I'm more aligned with the goals that I've been trying to reach this year. So I feel good. I have a renewed sense of energy. I finally cleaned out all my nail stuff. So my nail, oh, y'all, I have to show you my setup. My nail display is like so clean, and I've gone through everything, gotten rid of everything. Well, not gotten rid of it, but I've sectioned it off where I know what I want to destash. Destash videos are coming soon. And yeah, so I'm hopeful that we are we've passed the valley and we're on our way back up the mountain. That's what I'm hoping. So thank you guys for spending some time with me. Thank you for chit-chatting with me. I'd love to hear how your month went. Let me know in the comment section if you had a great month. I'd love to hear it. That would help cheer me up. If you didn't have such a great month, I feel you. I'm with you. Let me know in the comments and we can just commiserate together. But let's all make a pact that May will be a better month than April. Even if you had a wonderful April, let's make May even better. So that's what I have for you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying to the end. I will see you guys in the next video very soon.